a pain-free pelvis masterclass, which is going to happen next Friday, April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And today we are your host. My name is Nadia Williams and Irina Harvey, my dearest friend and colleagues. We know each other, I think, 6 years?
Yes.
And we met each other for the first time in our life. We both of us were Ukrainian, and we do live in the United States. And we met each other when we've been studying to get certification program for the pelvic floor restoration and building intimate muscles building. And then our journey are starting together, we are working together, and we are studying together. Since we get certification in pelvic floor restoration, pelvic floor exercise, we went and we get certification and been studying with amazing psychologist, Dr. Womb Healing. So we, as well as pelvic floor instructors, we as well womb healers, and then we did together Reiki healers. So we are second level Reiki healer and Qigong practitioners. And recently we graduated from Dr. Wolf program, whole life coach and non-surgical practitioners. And today we are so honored to be here on this platform. And we're so grateful to Dr. Darrow that he gave us his platform, and also we can combine his protocol together with our techniques so that we can create a beautiful program for health, emotionally, physically, and mentally. And today we're going to talk about our beautiful 3 days masterclass about pelvic floor, about our relationship with our pelvic floor. We will tell you day by day what we're going to teach you. You can ask us any questions. We will be very happy to answer. If you have any private questions, please email us, give us a call. We are here for you. And so let's start it. So let's talk today about the program and about and also we will give you some exercise in the middle of the show. We will show you some exercise how we can engage pelvic floor muscles every day without thinking. That's after you can use it or you can lose it. It's up to you. For the one who will come and will exercise with us in person, it will be even better because we can control your breathing, your body, your abdominal, your diaphragm, and also we will test your muscles as well because we are women, we are all different, and anatomically we are actually the same, but because of our life day routine, we can have some dysfunction, so that every woman will be tested to see what is her ideal program will be for her.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Good description, honey.
Oh, thank you.
I'm getting very excited about the class. I love our live sessions, in person especially. It's always nice to have that connection. And of course I like our Zoom sessions as well. And we have so many clients around the world, and we wouldn't be able to help them. They wouldn't be able to do it with us if not the benefits of internet. But definitely live sessions are the best, and I highly recommend, if you can afford to come here to Mexico, to Ixtapa, to World Healing and Training Center, please do. And besides our treatments, you can get Wolf Non-Surgical here, which is absolutely fantastic. We've tried it on ourselves. We took the course, so we've tried treatments on ourselves by already experienced practitioners, and it makes all the difference.
And just to remind you, because we got a lot of questions about nudity, because it's a pelvic floor exercise and it's an intravaginal personal device involved to this program, which was created by our school where we've been studying, particularly for this program. So everybody is dressed, and it will be up to you if you want us to be touched or not. So it's all private. And everyone had their own personal intravaginal device. And just to tell one more time how our exercise can help in this word dysfunction. It's prenatal and postpartum preparation and regeneration of vaginal tissues of the pelvic floor. Women who are suffering with a prolapse, and even sometimes they don't know that they do have prolapse, because like first stage of prolapse, it's like very rarely noticeable. You just have to really do the exams, and your doctor have to be very careful to check you and to let you know. Usually they don't. If you have urinary incontinence, stress incontinence, emergency incontinence, overflow incontinence, this is perfectly programmed for you. For women who is going through menopause and who is suffering with a vaginal atrophy, it's must, because vaginal atrophy, what is it, vaginal atrophy? It's a stagnation, and then it's a mutation of the tissues of the cells, and that's what creates vaginal atrophy, plus disbalance of hormone, losing of estrogen, lowering the testosterone. That's what's happening. And what are the painful symptoms? It's a painful intercourse, it's dryness, and sometimes it's even like some dior, not so normal, pH changing because the tissues are dying. And our exercise with Arena, the pelvic floor, our beautiful pelvic floor, which responsible for a lot of function and unfortunately dysfunction too, all created to bring a lot of blood flow, lymph circulation. With the breathing exercise all together, you're going to bring a lot of oxygenation to the vaginal tissue and in general in the pelvic floor area. So you get you nourish your pelvic floor and you get nutrition, plus with a perfect day diet and Dr. Daryl Wolf protocol together, it will be so beautiful and so useful for you. Then after you can teach anyone in your life, and first of all teach yourself. For women who unfortunately already got surgery, mesh implant or hysterectomy, that will be fabulous exercise, because again, as I just said, I want to repeat myself, you got nourish your vaginal tissues in your pelvic floor area, because with hysterectomy depends, it's a full or it's a half, sometimes vaginal canal getting shortened, and again, because it's a surgery, we're creating more scar tissue, more adhesions, it's getting little tight and very painful, and again, uncomfortable symptoms during love making. Did I miss something? For what our exercise are helping us? Like that's.
You're doing great. You're doing great. We have a couple comments. Let's see what they say. Anyone know the cost of the course? So yes. So the cost of the course was $14.95, and for in-person session that will be on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of April, the cost was lowered because people that are taking this course are here and they took other courses, and we decided
practitioners.
Yes, and they're practitioners, and we decided one time to lower the cost to $800, which is a big discount. But the other courses that are scheduled and the Zoom course are still $14.95. So I hope I answered that question. What to do if your uterus is falling out?
How deep?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Deep.
It's a prolapse.
It's a prolapse, and you definitely need to start working on your pelvic floor and start doing exercises. If you're not on a perfect day diet, I don't know your weight and height, so that's very essential too. If you're a little overweight, that that really needs to be addressed before even doing any exercises, because just by carrying extra weight, it's weighing on your pelvic floor. And definitely, I would suggest to schedule a perfect day consultation first, and we can go through all your medical history. Then we can answer all your questions and give you directions on what to do. And if you cannot come in person and take the course, maybe you can take the online course, or maybe we can give you, if you cannot afford to take the course, maybe we can give you some free tips to start with, because if you will not do anything right now, then of course it's going to progress. And you know, there are some good pelvic health physical therapists out there. I don't know where you're, you know, where are you from, so cannot really suggest anyone, but there are some actually amazing pelvic floor therapists that you can go and see.
But definitely you need to do the exercise, the all lifting, and not aggressively, slowly, because in special position with a special exercise, but constantly, like you need to spend like at least maybe 60 minutes a day, like between half an hour and 60 days slowly. It doesn't have to be at one time. You can divide it like 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, and slowly. And as Irina say, if you don't have any, we don't know what is your medical condition, but slowly already by doing this exercise, you know, our pelvic floor, we don't have the bodies, you know, vaginal canal, it's it's have different length, but it's like maybe difference, it depends of the woman on nationality. 5 or 10 centimeters, I think it's like 3-4 inches, right? Because we're not in inches. Sure. Yeah, we don't want to give you the wrong information.
Between 5 and 10
yes,
centimeters.
And our muscles, it's our, like in the body, like everywhere, they're so grateful. If you give them a little bit of love, a little bit of exercise, they will be very receptive. Maybe not right away, because again, we don't know the condition, but we slowly and repetitively, you will get this slowly every day the result. And for ladies who maybe want to ask us if they stop exercise, what will happen after. So if you achieve the program to the end, and for every lady it will be different amount of time. For some ladies it will be from 1 to 6 months. It again depends of your condition you started with. For some it will be less, for some it just take 2-3 weeks and the miracle is happening, but you have to do your homework. But what I want to say, we just lost the idea that what was I was starting.
I don't know. It's so hot here.
Sorry, I have so much in my mind, so I didn't forget. It will come back to my mind.
While you're thinking about it,
yes.
Let's read Maria Saska comment. What pelvic exercises can you do to help with the pelvic pain and adhesions from hysterectomy?
Ooh.
So, dear Mariana, before I met Dr. Daryl Wolf, I would give you advice starting with our exercises first. But now, since I know Wolf non-surgical treatments and how you can easily remove adhesions, well, easily meaning for some people it's 3-5 sessions, and for some people maybe it's 10 sessions. But I definitely would suggest to try Wolf non-surgical if you have a practitioner in your area, or if you have a chance to come here. And in order to, after every surgery we have scar tissue, so you definitely need to do intimate massage and massage in the area, massaging not just inside but vaginal opening, because that will bring blood flow to the tissue, and then massaging inside, and then adding the exercises, and especially if you'll do it with the device, it's going to be absolutely incredible, because that starts to give resistance to your muscles, internal and external. Another thing that I would definitely recommend is vaginal infusions. And
we're going to talk tomorrow. It will be 8:45 a.m. the local time. We will do with Dr. Daryl the little teaching about intravaginal infusion, like for what the percentage, step by step, and for every woman it will be different amount of the different product. So check out tomorrow. And it's come back to me what I was talking. So I've been talking about the length of vaginal canal. And so as I say that our muscles are very grateful, and if you give them a little bit love, you will have an amazing result. And even like you didn't start it like the perfect day protocol, but you already will start to do the nutrition to your pelvic floor muscles and do some exercise, like it's you go to gym, it's exactly the same. You do every day a little bit and you get tone and blood circulation.
Shoza video is asking, what do I do if I only have periods every 3 months?
Check your hormones.
Well, yes and no. Not just that, because there's so many different reasons why. I think
it's our guys just make us laugh, so that's probably we forgot to smile. We get very serious.
Well, like I said yesterday, the topic is so serious that sometimes
like we talk about hysterectomy and
there's nothing funny about it.
But thank you, Yaroslav.
Thank you.
It was fun.
Shoza, if you can please shoot us an email or give us a call at our toll-free number. We can then ask you certain questions about your age, about your medical history, and then we can give you
if you take any medication, like
yes, of course, birth control can influence on that. Your diet can influence on that.
If you're on the stage pre-menopause, like we need to ask more questions about. And also, our program is created from women age 18 to 101. It's no limitation. Everyone can come and get something new, some knowledge about their body, about their pelvic floor, about body and mind connection. For example, we're working a lot with the young ladies, like 21 years old. They so it's like they're my favorite students, because when you talk, they look at you and like sponge, they take the whole energy, because they so much information. Nobody teaches them at school, and they have no idea about the body. And today, young generation is suffering from painful period, and they 70% of them they on birth control pills plus anti-anxiety pills, because they so much under pressure in college, in school, because of studies. So first of all, birth control, then anti-anxiety pills, it's extra hormones. So the main question, they coming to us, painful period, lack of knowledge about their body, lack of pleasure, intimate pleasure, and not a confidence, not a female confidence, insecurity because of lack of knowledge. And today in the world, I don't know why, but we created that women are taking so much responsibility on themselves, and they take responsibility sometimes in the relation about them and about their partner, and has no idea how to have a communication about. So that's what we're teaching. We're helping young generation, particularly the teenagers and college students, to talk language, how to talk, because when we've been studying with Arena in psychology school, and we got certification there, we've been going through children and teenager sexology, psychology consultation in sexology, and it was very interesting how that's a new language, how to talk to the new generation. So that is a really good program for young ladies. So if you have daughters or granddaughters or some friends, highly recommended to take the course, because they will get a knowledge about themselves and their body.
Kid Canada is asking, do you think this course would help me with self-confidence? Definitely. Just being present and being in a circle of women that come from different walks of life but have similar problems, and sharing them with no fear, in a safe environment, and working through these problems, and learning about their bodies, getting reconnected with our womb. Of course, we are, when we are reconnected with ourselves, with our womb, reconnected with one another, because that's how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to have a sisterhood, not a competition with one another. And I think it definitely helps to build that confidence back, that female power that we're supposed to hold together. And it definitely helped me because I went through, hard times in my life, and
we can tell our stories. When we met Irina, both of us at school, we've been both going through divorce. We're not just colleagues, we're like dear friends.
Yes.
We cried together for 1 year because she was divorcing and I was divorcing. You see now how pathetic, now we're laughing, but like 6 years ago, no, it was not funny because everyone has a story, and that was probably one of the reasons how we met at this school, because for different reasons. So my reason was, for example, I'm not hiding my story, and when I look it back, it's how pathetic I was. But as I was going through divorce, I always thought that something wrong with me, with my body, and I went, and of course I have some health issues as well. So it was like a both. It was my female confidence and my health. And when I found the school and I tried, I say, oh my gosh, this is something amazing. I felt my body totally different, because first I tried just for myself as a student, and then a year later I decided and go to study and get as a profession, because it did help me so much that I felt like I was 46. Yeah, I was 46 today. I'm 53, and I learned so much about my body, about the function, and about this female energy. And as Irina say, when we're all together, women, we have no competition. We have this female circle, and we just have love, understanding, is support, with who we can talk, if not with a woman, with who nobody can understand us. And like I remember, I saw a beautiful movie. It's from Turkey, I think. It's called Red Tant. That it was like the 1,000 years ago. Women, when they were going through periods, they have like outside of the city, they have a red tent where they were going through the periods together, and it was all generation. It was the kids, it were grandmothers, mothers, and women were like teaching each other and sharing the practice, the secrets, the like female conversation. The movie was so beautiful. I need to find. It's like Irina. It's like a 20 episodes, but I remember it was during the COVID. I just was sitting and watching, because the way with all those colors, the dresses, but the most the communication, how oldest teach the youngest, and how there's a tradition. It's given only in this red tent. So that's
how it's supposed to be.
That's
how it was in different cultures throughout the world for thousands of years, until it was broken and stopped and shamed, and we never got back together. So it's about time. Yeah,
and now our classes, we like created not a red tent, but it's kind of tent full of energy and female secrets and sharing, and because it's all about our body, about pelvic floor. And it's just pelvic floor. It sounds very medical, but it is more than medical. It's a place where we creating new life, where we holding new life for 9 months, and it's totally our responsibility before, during, and after to create, to hold, and to bring to the world this beautiful life.
Definitely. And may I just add that everything that you just said about the movie, basically that's what we do in our classes. It's not just from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. all day long exercises. No, it's not like that. We have beautiful ceremonies and we have beautiful discussions. We will have our beautiful colleague and speaker, Robin, and she's just incredible. The way she talks about the divine within every single one of us, and how we need to bring that divine out, and it's just so beautiful. We will be doing beautiful meditations for exercise, and just beautiful meditations for healing. After meditations, we always share what we saw in our meditation, what we experienced. If someone experiencing trauma, we help the person to walk through that trauma. And if someone experiencing joy, we let that person to express their joy, because everyone deserves to hold their place. Either it's a happy place at that very moment or a sad place. We need to live through that emotion, to let it out and to go through it. So so we don't go back to that sad story. So we only hold our happy stories and build new happy stories and share those happy stories with our daughters and sisters and mothers and grandmothers. So we bring only positive into the world. And I always believe that we, the women, we are so powerful, and we are not the weaker sex. We are the stronger sex. And everyone knows the way mom's mood in the family, like that's the way everyone else's mood, and it's so true. So let's bring that good high vibration. Let's be in that good mood. Let's be healthy, because that's the only way we can be happy, when we're healthy. And let's spread that happiness to our children, our husbands, to everyone. And only through a happy, beautiful pelvis can new, happy, beautiful spirit come into this world. So let's bring beautiful, happy spirits and create beauty, not sadness.
And so beautifully you say, I just like,
Just
it's like me too. They say like we emotional human being, and sometimes people say you're too much emotional, but I say like, but emotions is a part of ourself. If we don't have emotions, I think with that body, that's what I think. So it's good to have emotions. It means that you can feel, you still exist, and emotions can be, of course, different, but we are talking about female, women's emotions. And one of the techniques we're going to teach you, as Irina say, intimate massage. I want to stay a little bit longer on intimate massage and tell you what it is. It's must for every woman, because it's about intimate massage. It's like, to be precise, we will be teaching you how to massage your genitals, like your perineum, the entire intimate part, and also it will be intravaginal massage as well. And what it's given to you, it depends on what age you are and what is your needs. But for every woman, it's again, first of all, it's bring blood flow to the tissues. It's awakening dormant nerve endings. You know, we have around here 75, it will be in the rectum nerve endings. In here, it will be 8,000 nerve endings, and everyone has a nerve endings, but for some women, it's a stage, it's a degree of sensitivity. In some women, sensitivity is awakening nerve endings, and in some, for some reason, and reason can be so different, it can be forbidden sexuality, it can be education, it can be school, religion, it can be so many obstacles. So the nerve endings not awakening, and as we all know, the nerve endings, they're responsible for our pleasure, for our sensitivity, and this massage will help you to awakening your nerve endings and develop undeveloped nerve endings surround your perineum. And intravaginal massage, it's so beautiful, because you're going to learn how to do intravaginal massage till the neck of uterus. So you will be the master of your pelvic floor inside of your vaginal canal, and you, with your own fingers, you will know every millimeter of your tissues, of your side walls, back walls, because you know our vaginal canal, it's like a house. You have a side walls, you have a roof, and you have a floor. And that's what's happening when we do have prolapse. That's one of the walls are moving, but it's the organs. We just don't have our little organs, you know, they stick together. Here it's a bladder, here the vaginal canal, and here the rectum. So they're like this in our pelvic floor. And if of some dysfunction in the body, obesity, stress, heavy lifting, sneezing, coughing, difficult child delivery, so the organs can displaced, and when they displace, so that's what's happening. The house losing balance, and it's everything getting slowly but surely to the help me,
pelvic organ prolapse.
to pelvic organ prolapse. So that's what intravaginal massage will help you to find out how's in what shape your muscles and in general the structure of the tissues over there, the mucus, the lubrication, the pH even. And also this practice, it's kind very ritual. It's dating with yourself, because you're doing this practice by yourself, only with yourself, and you have a period of days you have to do the practice to get the result. And again, I say we're all different, and for everyone it will take a different amount of day, but the result will be amazing. You will be so surprised when you start doing this practice about your sensitivity, about how your nerve endings will be awakening and receptive, and you will be happy with yourself. So we still need to watch our language, because we don't want to be locked down on the Facebook.
I think our language is beautiful.
No, that I like. I don't want to say some vocabulary.
I see a question, and it's relevant to what you're talking about right now, so I want to read it. Is there any information that you can give us young people? I'm only 18 years old, wanted to learn more about my body. And I'll let you continue. I just wanted to kind of backtrack you a little bit where you started. You were describing for whom intimate massage is, whom it can benefit and how. And I think that's where we should start, that it can benefit young people to
Absolutely.
learn about their body and learn about themselves. And if the 18-year-old girl is not sexually active yet, she can just do the outside massage, which is fantastic, because there are so many young people that have not very mobile lifestyle, or the opposite, they're in sports and they have very tight pelvic floor. So intimate massage is fantastic for both reasons. Either you have too tight pelvic floor or too loose pelvic floor, and in general, just like any part of our body, it needs touch, massage, care and love. Our genitals need too. We just were not taught to respect them and love them and know them and accept them. We were taught to be ashamed of them, and that's a big problem. So to take those wrong beliefs away, we need to start learning about our bodies, looking at them, touching them, and that's the first step. But there is, of course, a lot more information. A lot of young people, they don't know anatomy. They just don't know basic anatomy. They don't even know what's going on in their pelvic floors. Lots of young women, I'm so sad that they were taken by their parents that didn't know either that birth control is really bad, is harmful. No woman should take hormonal birth control. It's absolutely harmful. There are so many people that cannot conceive after decades of taking birth control, and that's very sad, because they didn't know, and they didn't know that there is information out there. Because when you're doing research through Google, there is a good chance you will not find anything. There is a good chance that you will find information that birth control is the best thing on this earth to stop painful periods and protect yourself from unwanted pregnancy, which is not. It's absolutely not. So it just makes me want to make a separate course just for young people and build step by step.
We will.
We will. Yes,
we will. Because we love work with every woman, but young women, for me, like young ladies with who have been working like 21 years old, I look at them and I was like, how fortunate are they to come to our classes and to get this knowledge, because they are women, they're future wives, mothers, and they get so much knowledge about themselves, about their body. And to come back to intimate massage, and then we go to the next one, it's also acceptance of yourself, of your body, and knowing your body as nobody knows, as nobody else can know. It's only you, and it's all about you. And that's what actually for young generation, for young ladies, it gives so much confidence when they know their body and they know every millimeter of their body and they know everything about their pleasure, about their health, and then after they can share with the one they want and feel free and healthy and happy.
I also wanted to add, not only that, because when you know your body, you definitely have very strong and well set up boundaries. What is okay with you and what is not, what you like and what you don't. No one can step into, your space and make you try things that you don't want to try, because you're aware, you're educated. I think that's very, very important, because there is so much out there. There is not a beautiful sexual education, and when I say sexual, doesn't mean sex. I will repeat this over and over again. It means education about sexes, female and male, and how to, communicate with one another. And unfortunately, a lot of sexual education young people get from porn, or get from movies, or get from their friends that get their education from same places. So we definitely need, we need to do a show with Kira.
Yes.
Let's do a show with Kira and with some other girls, because they're also 17, 18, 19, 20 years old.
Oh, they will be happy to talk about.
Yes, so we'll let you know tomorrow when we will do a show with young girls. So maybe you can watch and participate and participate live, so you can ask questions, and then we'll have young people in the studio.
And also I want to add, in this course, and like in every female circle, you are going to awakening your female sexuality. And why awakening? Because it's our birthright. We all have, and as Irina said, that for some reason, like the way we've been raised, it just was all slip away, or it was forbidden. But we all do have different degree, men and women we do have. And our sexual energy, it's actually our life force. Energy, yes. And so that will be beautiful. So next we will be, in those 3 days, we're going to teach you, as we say already, about the pelvic floor and how to contract, how to engage your pelvic floor muscles. And it will be 2 different type of program. One, it will be when we're going to teach you how to breathe and how to engage just pelvic floor muscles, to relax and to understand, to be aware of those muscles, that you do have them. And so you basically will learn how to control them voluntarily, consciously, because we do have in our pelvic floor muscles involuntary muscles, but you're going to work with the voluntary control ones. And as soon as you will understood the function and how to engage them, then we will give you the different type of exercise where we are going to engage our abdominal muscles for more strength and more tone of your pelvic floor muscles. But the abdominal muscle, they're much stronger than pelvic floor muscles, and so by exercising and by engaging together pelvic floor muscles with abdominal muscles, you're going to bring more blood flow, of course, lymph circulation, oxygenation, so it will be faster and easier to strengthen and tone. But for some ladies it will be only pelvic floor muscles, for some it will be both, because as Irina says, some women they have super tense pelvic floor, like for example vaginismus, and there we cannot give them abdominal muscles, because for those ladies will be only relaxation, breathing, intimate massage, fingers exercise. Yes, ladies, you're going to work with your fingers inside of your vaginal canal, because it will be the beautiful practice. It will be biofeedback, it will be body and mind connection, because our fingers are the most sensitive tactile part in our body, and those, when you're going to work with yourself, you will send the neuron connection in your mind that something is happening in your pelvic floor muscles, so you will get connected. Because after, when you're going to work with intravaginal device, what is the device? It's a beautiful device. It's a hypoallergenic latex. It's a great medical grade material and has no battery, no electricity, and it's created only for this program to create resistance for your muscles to work against. And but still, it's a piece of plastic. It's the device cannot talk, can feel, and as soon as it gets inside of your body, it gets warm, it gets temperature of your body, and you don't feel it anymore. So if you're gonna guide you with Irina to tell you what to do, yeah, okay, you contract, you lift, you squeeze, you move.
Then it all of a sudden becomes, I'm sorry to interrupt you, it becomes just one of those, another Kegel exercise.
Exactly.
Nothing against Kegel, but a lot of people don't even know that Mr. Kegel didn't ask just to squeeze and relax. He actually had a device, and yes, because a lot of Kegel exercises are done without devices or with the devices that are absolutely inappropriate for Kegel exercises. So that's why our program is so beneficial, because everything is so thought through. It was tested for over 30 years. You heard me right. This fitness existed for 30 years. And right now, after we completed Wolf Non-Surgical and worked with Dr. Darrell directly and had many meetings with him and explained him in depth what we are doing, listened to his guidance and advices how to integrate what we're doing with his years of experiences, and him being a doctor and understanding human body in such depth, and it's just incredible what we created. I'm not afraid to say that this is probably the best program in the world, and if you know a better one, please let us know, and we'll work with those people as well for pelvic floor restoration. Hands down, it's the best. Yes.
So that's to come back to fingers in the device, but when you do this practice, and it's also, it will be your homework doing every day for some period of time to get this connection, and like every day by doing this exercise, this little practice, it's like between 5 and 7 minutes. You can do this in your shower. Like it's not related to pelvic floor exercise. You can do separately, but this will be kind of your body-mind connection, and you will become a you will know exactly what's going on and how it's function. So when you're going to work with device, your mind will be so connected with your pelvic floor that you will have those visualization, because you get this tactile sensitivity, the feeling what's going on. So, and also we will have other breathing sacred flower exercise where we're going to teach you how to engage your diaphragm, how to breathe during the exercise. And we always love with Irina to work with visualization, because visual become a reality. And of course, because like just to give you device and you still have no idea what's going on inside of your pelvic floor, and we have a beautiful techniques, it's called flower, where we're explaining what's happening when you inhale, what's happening with your muscles inside, and what's happening when you exhale. So with those kind of visualization and other techniques, you can get result much quicker.
Mm-hmm. And as long as we're talking about exercises, I just want to show you something. So here we have our urethral sphincter, here we have our vaginal opening, and it's a sphincter as well, and we have anal sphincter. So sphincter is the muscle that you can contract, you can voluntarily, you can close it and open. So not very many people know, but our urethral sphincter, we also can train, and we will show you exercises how to train your urethral sphincter. Okay, I will break it down to even simpler, like if people, maybe someone doesn't know their urethra, it's the place from where you pee. So sometimes women have beautiful muscles. They're not too tight, they're not too loose, they're just perfect. But because they have no control of pelvic floor muscles at all whatsoever, it's important, they lose control So little area, I think that's pretty incredible. And I want to tell one story, and I wanted to tell it yesterday, but permission from the person. Yes, please. So this is a woman. She was paralyzed, and you know, as some paralyzed people, she didn't have feelings in her legs, but she could feel her genitals. But from laying and sitting so much, she started to lose her muscle tone in her pelvic floor, and she started to wet herself. And at first it was a little bit, and then it came to completely, almost completely, at times, not every single time, but wetting herself. And she was doing these exercises because her hands were working, her genitals were working, just her legs were not working. So she would do them as she would lay, and she would do 300, 400, 500 contractions per day. Did it take her some time? Yes, it took her a few weeks. But she completely stopped her incontinence. She completely stopped her incontinence. Isn't that beautiful? A woman that is completely, not completely, but a woman that had immobile could achieve that. Like, shame on us if we're not exercising. Shame on us if we're not taking the step to do something. Shame on us if we're not even trying something for free on YouTube. There are so many exercises that at least we can try for free. Of course, it's more beneficial if you don't know what you're doing, and you might be harming yourself by breathing incorrectly. And if you already have pelvic organ prolapses and you're breathing incorrectly, you're pushing with your diaphragm on already prolapsed organs. So yes, there is some danger. But I don't think anyone will be in danger if right now, as we're watching the show, well, having the show together, starting to contract our pelvic floor muscles, contract and release. I say about this on every show. Don't just sit on your couch. Don't just sit on your chair. Contract your muscles and relax them. That's better than not doing anything. Okay, I see some comments coming through, so maybe we need to read. Shoulder needs, should I take, shoulder needs, sorry, I think it's just a typos. Taking the hormone tablets or cream made especially for us, I was and stopped. I'm assuming that Michelle is talking about the hormones and creams that you take through menopause, but I'm not sure. If you could please clarify for us, because I don't want to answer wrong. And in this class online, Claire is asking, Dear Claire, so on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of April, this class is going to be in person. And we dropped the price for this course. Only for this course, it's never going to be that low again. It's going to be $800. So please, if you're here in Ixtapa and you can attend, definitely come and attend. It's going to be an amazing masterclass. We will give you a lot of tools, and we'll give you a lot of bonuses for this money. And also we will have Robin that will be working with trauma, and there's no person out there that doesn't have trauma. We all do. We all do. And even if it just yesterday you were in a bad mood, trust me, it left some mark on your body. And we women store most of our trauma in our pelvic floor, in our second chakra. That's just the way our body is. But on this, I just will finish answering. And Zoom session we will hold on the 6th, 7th, and 8th of May. And further schedule in person and Zoom is to be determined. So for now, it's just these 2 dates.
Yeah, because it's impossible to make online and in person together, because we need to be concentrate on women in the class. And of course, it's a little bit private, so that's to be filmed. It's not correct to ladies who in the class. So we will do always separately, Zoom and in person.
Yes.
And I would like to show you one exercise that you can try at home in your private zone. Yaroslav, if I stand up, the camera will be on my belly.
If you want, yeah.
Yes, so I will show you one exercise. But before to show you exercise, I will continue with pelvic floor so that you will have imagination what I'm going to do. As Irina explained already about the orifices, the opening and urethral diaphragm, so you see it's look like triangle. So it's let's say it's the front triangle, but here where the rectum, it's another triangle. So we have urethral triangle, urethral diaphragm triangle, and we have a rectum triangle. And that would, this little exercise, for example, so this is one triangle. So the pubic bone, urethra, vaginal entrance, perineum, and anal sphincter. So one triangle and back triangle. So just imagine, if you close your eyes, that you want to move your pubic bone toward your vaginal entrance, to say hello to the vaginal entrance, to slide a little bit down, just a little bit. Just slightly moving down your pubic bone toward your perineum.
By contracting your pelvic floor.
By contracting pelvic floor. Like, you know how you can do when you're drinking juice, for example, how we do with the throat.
Strong. Mm-hmm.
You see my cheek inside. So this is like a little bit the same movement when you're going to engage your pelvic floor muscle. So just like remember, and we can, of course, we cannot move bones. Pubic bone, it's unmovable, it's a bone. But with imagination, and if you don't understand, you just can place one hand on your perineum, and you will feel right the way the movement. That's this triangle is sliding, moving down, and then your back triangle. You try to put your tailbone toward your perineum. So you say hello to your perineum. Again, you slightly tilt down. So what you're doing, you're moving one triangle and you're moving second triangle. And that's what we're going to teach you in the class. We're going to teach you how to engage your muscles. How to engage your muscles sequentially and simultaneously, so one by one and all together. But just remember those two, it's easier. Pubic bone toward your perineum, you're contracting, and your tailbone, your tailbone toward your perineum. So you can do separately first, like first triangle, and then second, and then you can move them to say hello to each other. And if you will have your finger inside, you will understand definitely what's going on in your pelvic floor muscles. And that is just like little tip we can teach, because
May I add something?
Of course.
I just want to explain to those ladies that contracted their pelvic floor immediately. It happened in 1 second, and thinking like, why is she explaining this in such great details? I'm very happy for those that were able to do it just in 1 second. That's fantastic. But there are so many women out there that cannot contract their pelvic floor. Their muscles are in complete atrophy, and it shouldn't be that way, and it's very sad that it is. And I'm so sorry if right now you've tried to do it and you're struggling, you don't understand what we're talking about, because I know that there are women out there that cannot contract their pelvic floor muscles because they're so weak, or they're damaged by surgery or by childbirth. And that's why the work that we're doing is so incredibly important, because we teach you in the smallest details that you need, in the way that you need to understand how to contract it, how to feel it, how to engage it. And we will work with you until you get it. And if you need more time, we'll give you as much time as you need. Not a single person will never walk out from our class without getting that knowledge, because it's essential knowledge. We promised you this knowledge, and we will deliver it. And when Nadia was speaking about fingers, I just wanted to add that that's your natural biofeedback we're trying to regain, because you were born with it. You lost it because of whatever reasons. We're not going to be talking about reasons right now. We will be just talking about solutions and how to get that control back. And when you do have that control back, your life changes. Your whole life on every level changes. Right, sweetie?
Beautifully. beautifully, Irina.
Thank you.
And Dr. Darrell Wolf, he gave us so much bonuses together with this course, and so I need to put my glasses.
I can read, and everyone can read on the screen as well, but for those that are driving or don't want to read, I'll just read myself. So you will get access to intimate massage that we were talking about, 2 months. We will teach it in class, but you will get to access to a recording of it, and you can watch it with your friends, you can watch it with your partner, you can teach your partner, because it's fantastic if massage can be performed by a partner on you. And if you don't have a partner, and if you have a practitioner or a friend that you trust enough to do that, that's fantastic, because you know some people cannot reach their pelvic floor sometimes, and you need to have someone to help you. Fantastic. Learn this beautiful practice together and share it. We will share womb meditation with you, recording of it for free as well, that we will be using in our class, and you will get professional studio recording of it. One of a kind intravaginal personal training device. We've talked about that, so you know what it is. Then Braveheart Masterclass that was created by Dr. Darrell Wolf, and AZ Wellness Masterclass. Both are $900 value each, absolutely for free. And let me tell you, there is so much information there. I already completed Wolf Non-Surgical program and course program. I completed whole life coach certification taught by Dr. Darrell Wolf, and I'm still going to Braveheart Masterclass and AZ Wellness Masterclass and watching this fantastic content, because there is so much valuable information there. It's just incredible. Every day I'm learning something new, and every day when I'm listening, I'm having some kind of insight that comes to me and clicks together with the work that I'm doing. So I highly recommend. Perfect day consultation for free, that's fantastic. And if you're planning to come to our course in person, please do schedule your perfect day consultation today. And if you're planning to come on Zoom session, please do schedule your perfect day consultation for free today. And I'll tell you why, because the sooner we'll figure out your medical conditions, the sooner you will get on perfect day. If you're not already on it, the better, because your healing journey will be more fun, more smooth, more enjoyable, and more quick. Then with a perfect day consultation, you will get Dr. Darrell Wolf's 40 years worth of work online book, 300 plus pages, absolutely for free as well. And of course you will get our unlimited friendship and support with any questions that you might have with exercises, or I don't know what kind of questions you might have. We will always answer you, and we will create a group chat with the people that took the course, that we can share our experiences there, share our journeys, because we all become friends and sisters. And you know, after spending this beautiful time in Women's Circle, we want to keep that circle going, where we can keep sharing and supporting each other. So I think that's kind of priceless that we have that, and we have it with so many women throughout the world, because during 6 years of us doing this, we created so many new friends and beautiful sisters around the world, where we're still sharing the knowledge, and they teach us as well. Yeah. So many beautiful practices and ceremonies, and
of course we're studying with you together, because our students, it's our teachers. You know, the way you learn, we learn from your body, so we can create more practice, and we can be more helpful, because knowing your body, because everyone has different, so it will be not easier for us, but more understandable how every human body, female body, is function. And to talk about bonuses, also you will have a written PDF about intimate massage, about you will have a little illustration drawing the exercise, how to engage pelvic floor with abdominal muscles and without. You will have self-exam, the fingers exercise from A to Z. So it will be also written. You, if you forgot something, you just open and you have everything is written and recorded. Intimate massage, Irina said it will be written PDF, and also it will be 30 minutes guidance video. So you will have all materials.
Yes.
So do you have more comments? Or
Okay, well, thank you so much for being with us here today. Thank you so much for everyone who is not afraid to post questions in comments. It's very valuable for us, and it's very valuable for other women that are still not ready to open up, but they see that there are women just like them out there sharing their stories generously, not afraid to ask questions, not afraid to come on live. And I think we need to hold Zoom session one of these days. Let's see if we can set up Zoom tomorrow. Yes, we'll try to set up Zoom tomorrow, so maybe someone can come live, and it would be very interesting to have a live case, because there's only so much you can type back and forth. But if we would have a person live, we could ask all the medical history and give answers. So please tune in tomorrow, 4 p.m. as usual, and we'll have you live on Zoom. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a
wonderful
blessed evening. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.